What is up, guys? Mcdoubles back again with a brand new video. Today, I've got some more Harbinger of Pestilence dot build, okay? Massive gains. Lots of gear in this video. Whole lot of fun. Special event, giveaway at the end, and we do more DPS than the last video. And, by the way, a little surprise at the very end as well on top of the giveaway. We'll just say that. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's jump right in. Okay guys, it's a brand new day on Project Ascension. I've got the Ahn'Qiraj opening event quest, because that's right, AQ is coming. And they've got a pretty cool Ascension-based version of the quest for us that gives you a ridiculous amount of rewards. 6,000 marks of Ascension, 50 Raiders Commendation, which are very similar to like Wrath of the Lich King badges, so you can turn them in for loot, and then Mystic Orbs and Maxed Out Honor. Pretty sick. Oh my god, look at that Shroud of Unspoken Names. My Corruption spell grants you Soul Sliver when it deals damage. Soul Sliver grants you 5 spell power for 12 seconds, stacking up to 8 times, so that's 40. At 8 stacks, the stacks are consumed, and your next Shadow Bolt will deal 50% more damage. Okay, so obviously I'm not getting that last part, so it's not as good. Hammer of the Gathering Storm. Wow. Oh my god, that's so cool. You gain an additional effect when using your call spells. Well, I don't have any of the call spells, so let's not pretend we need that. What amazing little effects. I'm going to go for this one. I doubt I'll get it. But, yeah. Okay, so basically for this quest, we have to kill these massive elites, and they're super easy. So these are really just basically loot pinatas. As you can tell, I'm barely doing anything just for this version of the commentary. It doesn't matter, right? It just doesn't matter. This dude's pulling 5K. With Heart of the Crusader, Hammer of Wrath, and Hammer of the Righteous. Like, it just doesn't matter what I'm doing right now. I won! Yeah, I actually won something in a big raid! Look at the amount of people who need it! That's never happened my whole life! That's not even a lie. Not with that many people. Holy crap, Shroud of Unspoken Names. What is this? Sickle of Unyielding Strength. Oh my god, so many cool... I don't even know what to say. I'm so happy. The fact of the matter is I only had a PvP cape, so this is better for me by default. I mean, the PvP cape has hits, but I can't use it in raids, by the way, and I can't use it in, I think Mythic Plus. Could be wrong there, but if you're using Bloodforge gear, they actually give you like a 20% damage increase and 20% damage reduction buff, or debuff, you could say. Oh god, this group's been AoE mowing everybody down. They just keep moving around and killing all the other raid groups. We're not playing in high risk right now, but screw that, man. Let's try to kill this before they wipe us, but I think they're gonna wipe us. They're so excited to wipe us. Bound Yellow Karaji Resin. Oh! Hopefully I can win that, dude. I think my luck's gone from winning the epic. You can get the freaking Karaji mounts here? Come on. I'm just like throwing things out, by the way. Just Psychic Scream that guy. Entangling Roots. He has to hate his life. Okay. Hopefully they heal me. It looks like they're healing me. Okay, we're actually fighting back. They didn't just... They came in and I was AFK, but I heard from my party that they wiped us all with Fan of Knives and Explosive Shot. Maybe on this guy. Oh, that guy just got healed so much. Yeah, I'm dead. They got us. This is like an actual group of people who are trying to PvP. Our raid's just here to kill all these guys so we can leave and turn in the quests for massive rewards. We held out a little bit in the beginning because they were trickling in, which was just bad. Well, really what it was probably just cocky because they knew they were going to win no matter what. But okay, it's fine. Let's just get back there. Let's finish killing these guys. 7 more greater Anubis Soth Warbringers, man. And then we get, again, Maxed Out Honor, 6,000 marks for a bunch of rerolls and Dark Moon tickets, guys. 50 Raiders Commendations, which is potentially some raid gear that we really don't deserve, and I'll take it. And yeah, 25 Mystic Orbs, which is the consolation prize. By the way, speaking of the Dark Moon tickets, man, I have 1,100. And that means I could buy some normal skill cards if I wanted right now. Can't buy the golden ones because I need 1,000 gold on top of the tickets. But I spent 250 tickets on this sick transmog. I told you guys I was going to go for it. It's the Goggle transmog. And I'm going to be wearing it for the rest of the season on this character and probably every character I play because it's account bound. Look at that. Cloak of Unending Life. Every stat plus spell power and gain the following bonus based on shapeshift form. Wow. These are cool. And I'm pretty sure they're Ascension unique, right? It makes a lot of sense. They're really, really badass, and I don't know how to use them, but it seems really sick. I like that kind of stuff, right? Readily accessible, build-changing stuff that people can just go for, man. I don't want to take it because I don't think I deserve it, but yeah. Also, it's not the best for me, but yeah. We did not win the mount, sadly. Otherwise, it would be in my inventory right now. But grats to whoever got that. That is exciting. I wish I won, but I did get the Shroud of Unspoken Names, so I can't say too much. Let's go ahead and just put that on, by the way. Nice. A long black cape rather than a pink purplish one. Oh my god, we look good. Holy crap, we look good. All right, let's finish this, guys. Hopefully those guys don't come back. I wonder if a strat would be to just sit here and keep farming them. Maybe that's what everybody's doing, right? Like, they're not even going for the quest. They're just going for the big guys to get the mount. If it's farmable like that, that's awesome. I like things that you have to just sit and farm, you know? I like the concept, at least. There aren't a lot of those types of things in WoW. I'm talking about killing things, by the way, when I say farming. I'm not talking about professions, but it's these colossal guys, these massive ones that, you know, if that group doesn't come and wipe us again, this guy could potentially drop some sick loot. All right, what'd he drop? Blade of Vaulted Secrets, hit rating spell power? What a hell of a 1H, man. I am using the 1H offhand combo because you guys said to try it in the comments, and you're right, why not? Why should I ponder when I can just try it? But this is a lot better than Energetic Rod. This has 8 hit rating and 71 spell power. I'm gonna go for that. Also, if I nail Arcane Power, there's a 3 set bonus, so maybe I'll win. And then also, Ring of Unspoken Names, which, by the way, did not win that. That sucks, but it's going to be hard to win this stuff, right? But maybe, again, maybe we can keep farming these until we get everything we need. Ring of Unspoken Names actually goes towards a 3-piece bonus, and if I get the Shadow Bolt, maybe it's worth using. By default, it's better than what I've got because it's a PvE ring, so we'll need that. Nope, didn't win. It's going to be hard, man. It's going to be hard. All right, guys, I'm going to stick with these guys for a bit and see what we can get, if anything. But at the very minimum, we'll complete the quest. Oh my god, another mount drop. That is what you can do. I'm just going to keep farming this and hope I win something, man. Like, that's just, like, what I should do. That's the smartest thing you could do. I hope... this might actually be a day-only thing. Look at this quest. You can obtain it only today from Silas Darkmoon. Does that mean I can only farm these guys today? Because if so, I'm so sorry. Didn't win. Congrats to Tomahawk, though, dude. It's going to be hard. This dude rolled a 99. Oh, my God. Someone... I rolled a 99 on that. What? What? How did this... My kitty's even reacting to this. Who beat me? I see a 90. Oh my god. A 100. You know what? I'm not even. Don't freak out. It's fine. It's fine. It happens. So I logged on and I don't even have 2 of my epic enchants on. I have no idea where they went. I must have put some kind of gear on that I didn't even realize I put on that changed everything. So, luckily, Mystic Orbs and stuff, it's basically a perfected system at this point. You just, in other words, it's just not hard to get enchants. It's just not hard at all. It's so easy. So I'll just put them on when I get back to town. But if you're curious why there's no AoE Shadow Burn and why I'm not getting instant proc Wraths, that is it. Look at this, another Ring of the Gathering Storm. I'm so chilling here, man. At the very minimum, because I'm not going to lie, and you guys might judge me for this, but if I'm honest, I put myself out there to a degree in which I just got to get used to it. But the fact of the matter is, every time an epic has dropped so far while doing this, whether I could use it or not, I got absurdly happy. Like, the dopamine rush is absurd because the stuff is cool and unique and relatively easy. You know what this is? This is, I might never get lucky enough to get what I want. But if I put in the effort or just get lucky, like another mount, I could end up with everything I want. And I love that. Luck plus effort should always equal success. And I mean that as in literally always, not maybe. All right, needing on the mount. No on the Gathering Storm Ring. And I don't need these 2 weapons. 2 one-handed weapons. One's a tank weapon, defense rating, or relatively tanky. It's weird. All right, we'll greed these. I don't think I'll ever get lucky enough to get like a 99. What did I get this time? A 23. All right. Odds are in my favor to roll above 50. Anybody ever done like the 1 to 100 rolls? I've outsmarted them before, although I'm also cautious of it because I think everybody that gambles and wins thinks they outsmarted people. But I won't lie, I had a plan. One time I went to Stormwind and I bet, right? And I don't know if I'm right on this or if again, it could be all anecdotal evidence, confirmation bias, every term you want to throw at me from your, 101 psychology class at college. I get it. But I felt like you can just feel when you know the number is going to be in a certain direction. It's all just random odds, right? And as a result of it being random odds, it could go in a completely different direction. But I remember this one night, I bet twice. I thought I was going to win. I was pretty damn confident I had no chance of losing. And I won every single time. And then I just stopped. And that's when I knew I could gamble. You know what I mean? Because the key to knowing if you can gamble is knowing if you can walk away. And I could, right? But I won so much money. And the dude, That's why I'm asking if you guys have experienced this. The dude kept PMing me. He was so pissed because this is what makes me happy about it. Everybody who's the leader of a gambling ring, right? They run a casino or whatever. Like, they get it. Like, the idea is to just entice you because you will lose. Like, you will, 100%. Okay? And he couldn't get me. And it made him so mad because he was convinced. He was like, yeah, this guy is winning, but he's gonna lose because he keeps doubling down like a moron. And I didn't keep betting, guys. All right, Vaulted Secrets. Another really sick one. This is the Arcane Power one again, so we're going to go for this one because I do need another PvE ring. Not particularly wonderful, but it is an upgrade, so we're going for it. Did not win. Congrats to Cancel, though. There are going to be a lot of rolls we don't win, right? So that's fine. Hopefully we just win more than not. Well, hopefully, in other words, we just get something we need more than we've already got. I don't want to be too greedy. I'm happy that I got something. A cape. That's pretty sick. And I just realized, even if I don't have the Shadow Bolt, it's still giving me free spell power for literally playing the game. Always good. Always good. But if I get the Shadow Bolt, might be worth using. All right, another Colossal Anubisoth Warbringer. I'm already done with the quest. I'm just having so much fun. I'm actually very confident that probably when we're done with all this, I'm just going to release the video early, just so I could let you guys know that this is here. I wouldn't normally do that, but I think it's going to be worth it. Hopefully we get some stuff too, so it's an even better video. Also, I'm going to be doing a giveaway in this video. I have an extra cache. One of the ones that gives you a Book of Ascension and a bunch of goodies. Really good for people who either want some free money in this game, because you can... Who's Nelson the Nice? Oh my god. But anyway, free money from selling it on the auction house, or for new players who just want a solid, good start. This is giving Raider commendations every kill. That is bonkers. I'm going to get 50 for turning the quest in. I got 13 for killing these guys so far. Probably 16 off this guy. I'm really just putting in average effort. That's what's so good too. If I wasn't recording, I could be watching something on another monitor, right? Like, that's so chill. And we did. We got another one. Look at this. Dagger of Veiled Shadows. That's so cool. Increases attack power by 7 in cat. That's good. Yeah. Increases your energy regeneration by 12% with the 3-piece. Jesus, that's so cool. I'm really, really attracted to that. That's cool. We're going to greed on it because it's not intellect, but that is awesome. 3 Black Lotus, too. 3 Arcanite bars. And that's kind of, like, interesting, right? Arcanite bars, I think you can even use that to make, like, the Hand of Rag at some point. Might be wrong on the blacksmith stuff there, but we all know what Black Lotus is, right? You farm it, and hopefully you sell it, or you make some, I think it's flasks or elixirs with it. I don't know which ones. What's that 3-piece? When you deal damage with Serpent Sting, the cooldown of your rapid fire is reduced by 2 seconds. Fascinating. On a one-handed axe, no less. Interesting. Another Black Lotus. Wow. Ring of Infinite Wisdom reduces the cooldown of Penance with 3 sets by 2 seconds. Circle of Healing by 1.5. And Mind Blast by 2. Okay. That's a really good healer ring, I guess. I don't know why a healer would care about the Mind Blast, but maybe that's just a little bit of fringe applicability on the Shadow Priest build. We're going to go for it because it's raw stats. I just really need to replace the combatants loop. And I will say, if I do end up getting an even better ring, I'm pretty confident you can trade these. My cape even says it. You can trade this items with players that did something. So I'll just give it to somebody else if I win this and end up getting something better. But I didn't even win it. But I do want to make that clear. You might as well, right? Need for the things you actually need. But if it turns out you end up getting something even better, just give back if you can, right? I think that's something everybody appreciates. I'm not gonna lie, I don't feel wonderful about the increased casting time by using a 1H and offhand, right? Like, you get that 10% casting speed, or spell haste they call it, on the Rod of the Ogre Magi. 6% increased damage, though, by using an offhand. That's not too bad, but I think it might be better because I'm getting instant free wraths. I'm just not getting them at the moment due to that lack of epic enchant that I need to put on when we get back to Orgrimmar. But yeah, all right, what do we get? Another cape. That's a cool cape. Vaulted Secrets. It's the Arcane Power one, but we already won one that's decent, so I'll greed that. And another really cool hybrid ring, man. It's the same one with the Serpent Sting. This can't possibly be a day-only thing, right? It was just the quest to get us out there, to introduce us to it, to reward people who play, which I'm a big fan of, because I play a lot, you know, compared to normal people. But you know what I'm trying to say. Hopefully you guys, you know, will see this video and you can log in and get this free loot, because you don't need a particular gear level to do this, man. It's so good. People are going to sleep. Yeah, man. Hopefully the sweatier people, the PvP players, that's our time comes. It has come, my friend. The PvPers that are trying to wipe you and steal these things, and they've got the AoE builds and the gear, they're gone, I think, man. I think we've got the free loot. I'm literally spamming Wrath and Haunt. If it's going slow, I go full dot mode, but it's just so chill, guys. This is exactly what I needed today. Good welfare epics and a pretty chill grind. Can't can't get better than that for PvE on WoW, if I'm honest with you. All right, 2 more epics. Okay, Waste Guard of the Shifting Sands, can't use that. And, oh, okay, Gavel of Infinite Wisdom. Pretty confident that that is not better than what I've got. I mean, it is technically, but I shouldn't take it, right? It's a healer's weapon. Okay, guys, Jesus Christ, that, was so fun, actually, but, you know, we did come to a point where we didn't win a mount. The closest I got was the 91, where I got beat by a 100. However, I got a bunch of loot. First and foremost, believe it or not, and I know this says it's not true, but it is, I actually nailed a 3-piece, and it is working, even though it's bugged and not showing it. I'll show it to you guys on the screen now. A 3-piece of unspoken names. This is exactly what I wanted to happen. And I did actually give up 2 pieces of intellect gear that I won to somebody who needed them. So the only thing I have to replace now is this PvP Briarwood Reed, which I've seen the mythic one and I did not win the roll, so But anyway, I was able to buy a PvP helmet before we turned this quest in, and these PvP shoulder pad enchants. Now I could have gone with the stamina enchant, maybe that's better, but I don't play casters often, right? So let's go for the spell pen one and the 8 resil. That's what I did. I am now at only 2,000 on. So that's perfect, and there you go. Okay, now I'm at 67,000. Not only that, but with all of the Raiders commendations I got from farming and the 50 I got from the quest, I'm at 159, so we're gonna go check that shop out as well, and 6k marks of Ascension, which means we can turn this quest in. I don't know how many more times. We're at 1150 marks for one quest, and it just keeps on going up. So probably 5 times if I had to guess. Yep, one more time. I was right. There we go. 25 more sealed cards. Let's just see if we get anything. I highly doubt it. I actually have got some good stuff that I'll show you in this video, but obviously not from this roll. Can we do an uncommon to rare? We can. We got the Innervate. Can we do another uncommon to rare? We can. And we got the Storm Strike. What about one more time? Nice. I didn't want to bother counting. It looks like it just worked out, though, and that was Ghostly Strike. None of that's too great. Let's just randomize it now. They're rares, so we get more cards. All right, 9. Okay, you're seeing it now, right? Like, it's just so bad. Everything's bad. Okay. Because you have to think, like, a lot of this stuff can just be easily acquired on a normal character, right? Like, you don't need to get a card for it. So, okay, but 15 Hands of Fate. I don't know if we'll get anything good, but let's go for it. At this point, I kind of have a lot of my caps already. For example, I just have a bunch of rares, a bunch of epics. I've got some lesser quality versions of these things. God, the server might crash here. But still, the better stuff is just not coming up in the draft as much. There are so many people on right now. There was an almost crash earlier, and this might actually be the crash that does it. Oh, we made it. It came back. All right, let's keep rolling. Astral Recall. I don't need a free Hearthstone. Blessing of Wisdom wouldn't be that bad, but not for that. Okay, that's terrible. I really don't need anything. Isn't that crazy? Like, there are things that I could have, and off the top of my head, at best, I'm thinking like Arcane Power, Power Infusion, maybe. Definitely Arcane Power. That's about it, and I think that's a rare. No, it's an epic, which makes a lot more sense. 15% more damage is no joke, but I would go so much faster with this one, guys. As you know, and as a lot of people have said in the comments, I definitely have a mana problem right now. Not much you can do about it, I think, with these dot builds. I mean, there are some talents, like Shadow Word Pain Ticks giving me mana, but it's so many talent points. I mean, really, 3 talent points. Okay, don't want that. Mana Spring Totem is just bad. Unless they buffed it without me seeing, it's just bad. 5 more to go. Nothing yet, and I'm not going to be upset about it if I get nothing, because honestly, I'm so far into my character progression-wise. He's basically perfect. I would say he's like 97% there. You know what I mean? Like, it's about as good as you can get, but there is technically better. I don't know if I showed this in the last video, but I nailed the Icy Veins, which is just so cute, both for PvP and PvE. Can't be interrupted, and I get haste. Haste is also making my dots do more damage. It's just bonkers, man. And it's good with Wrath. Shadow Bolt! Oh, man, I don't know if I can replace any of this. You know, Sprint has kind of sucked, and if I get rid of Sprint, it opens up other legendary enchants in the future. The reason I wanted Sprint is because you could go 3 points into improved Sprint, and it's good for PvP. But maybe I just don't care. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I just stop being greedy and I open up the legendary slot. I wish I could just search legendary. I don't think you can, right? No, I wish you could. I could be wrong here, but I actually think most legendaries are actually better for melee. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, Killing Spree, Hunger for Blood, Shadow Dance is actually an epic, but Blade Storm is not. I mean, there's a lot of good. I mean, there's Starfall for casters. Berserk is another melee one if you're playing Cat Bear. I mean, there aren't that many good legendaries, guys. Pain Suppression. Okay, I like Pain Suppression, just free 40% damage, like Divine Protection, but longer and slightly less damage reduction. Thunderstorm would be really fun. I would literally, oh man, yes! I shouldn't make a snap decision based on just maybe getting Thunderstorm, because I think we all know that I'm a bit of a memer, and here's the thing, man. You can be in a BG and knock people off things constantly, and that's where the fun is. Like, literally, nothing else can matter. You can suck all game, but if you're knocking people off on Ire the Storm or at Lumbermill and AB, it's just the best. So it's just, it really is. So you know what? Forget about it. The fact of the matter is, maybe I incorporate the Shadow Bolt. Maybe I have the capability to do this. It will get 10% more damage off the Coax to Darkness Epic RE, but it is going to require me to use 2 points on Nightfall, which I think I can find the 2 points for Nightfall, but essentially it's going to let me proc a free Shadow Bolt off Corruption Tick. Now, some of you guys maybe are lost and wondering why I would want Shadow Bolt, considering I really kind of have a full build in terms of like things I need to be using in my rotation. But remember, I did just pick up this 3-piece bonus, and this says Corruption spells grant you a Soul Sliver. The Soul Sliver gives me a buff that gives me a lot of spell power, but at full stacks, I can actually Shadow Bolt for 50% more damage in PvE or 20% more in PvP. Absolutely pivotal. I think the 50% more damage when it's just an instant proc is probably going to be pretty good. Could be way off, but we're going to take the risk because I think Legendary Sprint is really not that bad as a loss. Like, I wouldn't get rid of Divine Shield here. So without further ado, let's just bite the bullet, guys. Let's just be a man, bite the bullet, and just go for the Shadow Bolt here. And if it's a wrong decision, it's a wrong decision. You can see I'm even running out of keybinds, for God's sakes. But let's go ahead and just, like, train this up on this guy's book. Thank you very much to this guy. Okay, or run away. I have my own book. It's fine. All right, and so now we have one more roll. Maybe we will get the Legendary here. Who knows? But I do have the Shadow Bolt. Now, these Shadow Bolts are also resetting my Corruption, which is nice. Maybe this actually takes the pressure off Haunt. As long as I maintain the debuff of Haunt, I'm getting the dot off the Wrath. So I don't really have to use Haunt on cooldown. I mean, it's an 8-second cooldown with a 12-second duration, so I think there's wiggle room there for the Shadow Bolts, and might actually smooth everything out a little bit if things go awry, and they do sometimes, right? Things miss, things don't go perfect. I don't think I'm relying on the Shadow Bolt at all, though. When it comes to resetting the Corruption Tick, that's purely a Haunt thing. So I don't want to find pluses where they don't truly exist. We're going to give it a go regardless, right? I think it's the right thing to do. You can't learn unless you try. All right, last Hand of Fate. Okay, nothing good. Ritual of Summoning, maybe. I think there might be something I could get rid of for it. Yeah, not that, though. And the reason I was considering it is because we literally were looking for... Oh! It crashed. All right. It didn't happen. What I was going to say, though, is we're always looking for somebody to summon, right? Nobody picks the ability, so I thought maybe I could be useful. But hey, that was all of my Hands of Fate, and I think we did pretty good. We're going to try the Shadow Bolt when I log back in, and we'll see if it makes the rotation clunkier or if it even does anything for my DPS. I'm also going to kit myself back out in all of the legendary and epic enchants that I need to have. Oh my god, they zoinksed me, man. You can't spend the commendations until you fully complete the raid.
I'm out of here.
So it looks like I'm going to have to pug probably just Blackwing Lair, right? Like, that's probably the only one I really care about. So, okay, but it looks like you only get 2 per boss. So I'm assuming that me having... Nice, we're in a Kazakh run, guys. High risk or no risk. So, yeah, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, right. I think having 159 Raiders commendations is good. I think I'm going to be able to get a few pieces of gear. Maybe I'm wrong, and everything costs 500, and they expect you to kill every boss 40 times, but... Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so we're doing some no-risk Kazakh, which, by the way, if you don't know, it's a world boss, but even more so, there's always a daily for the world bosses, my friends, and here it is, a threat to Azeroth, Extraordinary Spoils of War, which we've opened in the past. It gives... You know, actually, it probably gives worse stuff than the new ones, so I don't know. We'll see, though. And 1,500 marks, which is another reroll. I'll take it. Also, Kazakh drops loot, by the way, so we can roll for that. All right, got the summon, and you can see, there he is, Lord Kazakh over there. Should be an easy fight. Probably won't win what drops from this because we'll probably have to compete with 20 people just like before, but we might. But here's the thing, I'm pretty sure you get a cash just for killing him, so that's free loot, and then the quest is more free loot, and then there's a free reroll, and then we're gonna go spend our honor on some what was essentially free PvP gear. Actually, with this honor, I might have a full blue set, so that actually might make me worthy of being played in PvP, because that's a full blue set, and I have 2 PvP rings. I have my Don Rodrigos like I had from last video, and my combatants loop. I mean, when you think about it, at that point, I'm kind of geared. So this won't be a DPS thing for me either because I don't have any ammo. Just, that's a tough part about doing this version of the build. And I won't lie, I was playing around with it on a target dummy before I got here, and the Shadow Bolt kind of felt clunky, but I don't want to jump to conclusions yet. Remember, we get a bunch of bonus shadow damage, even from things like Improved Insect Swarm, we're getting bonus shadow damage, 10% more magic damage, 10% from Cloaks of Darkness, which I did put on, so we do have that one now. Without any of the buffs, except for the 50% extra damage off of my new 3-piece bonus, my Shadow Bolt hit for 1995, roughly 2,000, no crit. So you have to think, if I have a few buffs, maybe, you know, in the mid-2000s, and if I crit, I don't have the Destruction talent to give it 100% increased crit chance, because it's just too many talents. Although, some of you have to wonder, right? Like, if I have this and I have Shadow Bolt, maybe I should play a Shadow Bolt version of this build with Warlock dots and not even use Harbinger of Pestilence. Maybe I should use a different enchant, and maybe this build goes a completely different way. I don't know yet, but here's the thing. At the very minimum, when it does proc, it hits for more than a Wrath at an instant cast. So that should, by default, right, be a DPS increase. Unless it's just too clunky. Now, one thing I did decide to do was get Shadow Embrace, guys, and we're starting the boss, but this is up to 15% more shadow damage, but I have to stack it 3 times. That's 3 Shadow Bolts, but that's a lot of extra shadow damage, so yeah, let's just kill this guy real quick. Guys, I'm missing so many spells, it's not even funny. Like, I'm just watching me have to use Devouring Plague 3 times in a row. Oh, wow, I need hit rating. Sad thing is, I'm not even that low. You just need so much. I literally only did 3,500 DPS. It's not even good, but I'll take it. Look at this dude. How the hell? Dude, he's using my build and he got 9,000 DPS. Something is way weird. He has Corruption as his main damage. Then Wrath. Then Insect. How the hell is Corruption your main damage? He crit 9 times with Devouring Plague. That is a lot of crit on that guy. Or he got lucky. Let's see. No, 11 crits, and he's using Unstable Affliction and with the Haunt and the Molten Armor. Wow, he's using more like my first spec, which is cool because I saw the potential there, but I, you know, had a feeling that maybe the Shadow Priest version was better. Maybe this guy proves me wrong and says, hey, the first way you were building was actually the best way. Remember how I said I'm not used to Wrath being the bulk of my damage? Well, that was why, in part. Although I had Curse of Agony in here too. But, oh, wow, okay. Respect to this guy, wow. At least that tells me what I can shoot for in the future. But okay, like I said, Treasures of Azeroth, let's open it while we hearth. Bunch of garbage, and Odious Greaves, which is not actually that bad, but it's, you know, agi. More importantly, let's turn this daily in. A Threat to Azeroth, and Extraordinary Spoils of War. Let's see. I told you it was gonna suck. I told you it was gonna be the worst crap you've ever seen. We'll vendor it all, though, and we'll say we made, what, 15G? That's not too bad, 15G in a reroll. And we got to learn a little something, which is that maybe the Warlock and not the Shadow Priest version of the build, like I originally was doing with my current Spec 1 that I still have, by the way, just no Shadow form, which is a massive bummer. Maybe that is the right way. Maybe that is the correct way that does the most DPS. Maybe I shouldn't second guess myself. 5 sealed cards, and we get Create Soulstone, Abolish Curse. Alright, let's go ahead and trade those in to see if we can get something better. 2 more. And Molten Armor, kind of crap, but I'll keep it. And Cure Toxins, I don't even care about. All right, 3 more rerolls. Divine Spirit, take some Spirit over. Yeah, the only thing I would take it over is Conjure Food. It's the only thing I think I don't want. Curse of Agony. Yeah, not for any of that, though. All right, last one. Come on, guys. Why? Redemption, man. Yeah, but not for that. Okay, so, hey, you know what? I'll take it. It was an experience. Okay, I'm trying a new version of the build, and at the very tail end, you saw there, I was getting about 3,400, and obviously I ran which just sucks. I could still weave in the life taps. I think I'll be fine, but some of you even expressed in the comment section that I might go out of mana on some of the better you know, higher tier bosses, and you're probably right there, so we'll have to figure it out. But this new version of the build is not going with the Wild Wrath. I'm gonna give up on the Wild Wrath auto shot for a moment and equip my mythic wand with hit rating, and on top of that, I went with a slightly different build. This is one that's actually trying to get off the Nightfall proc sometimes, so that's interesting. The Shadow Bolt I throw here does have its mana cost reduced by 50%, including the fact that it's instant, including the fact that it does 10% more damage to monsters, and so it's pretty freaking good. It's only a 6% chance, but I did go with 3 Nightfall random enchants, putting it at 12% chance on Corruption Tick to proc the Shadow Bolt, which is honestly pretty good. The Wild Wrath I'm just going to convert to my Shadowburn epic enchant, and then I'm just using Coax to Darkness and Wrath of the Plague. We've got some Malediction in there for crit on Corruption and Haunt. I'm going to see what I can do about kind of dissecting that guy's damage charts, his DPS. I'm very curious. My current one is still pretty similar to what I was doing before. I've got the Wrath on top, and then the Wrath of the Plague. I've got the Insect Swarm next, and the Harbinger's Bile. I didn't use Vampiric Touch this go, and then we've got Corruption, and DP, and then, Devouring Plague, and then Shadow Word Pain, and then Haunt. Actually kind of wonky looking. You know what, let me try one more time. Shadow Bolt. There's another one, guys. Let's see. 2700 no crit. Yeah, I don't know, 35, 34 on the top end. I ran out of mana too quickly. Like, if I could go indefinitely, it probably would go higher and higher and higher, but I can't. And I'm not really sure how to fix the mana problem. Like I said, I have the life tap, and so I'll be able to weave those in, but there's a lot of close calls without the Wild Wrath, you know, refreshing everything, and your dots fall off super quick. You know, I'm looking at this, and it's like, okay, 4% Shadow Word Pain. It's like, do I even use those? It's funny, because, like, that was the whole point of, you know, wanting the Shadow form outside of the flat Shadow damage increase. So, yeah, maybe the Warlock way, like I originally thought, just simply is better. I can't convert this version of the spec that way that quickly, though. Funnily enough, Wrath of the Plague did the most damage that time. I don't know, it's interesting. You know, don't get me wrong, we are clearly doing way more DPS than before. I mean, in episode 1, at the very end, we'd be lucky to hit 1k. Episode 2, we were happy that we got above 2k, and now we're hitting mid 3,500. I think I can consistently do 3,500. And in fact, in that Kazakh fight with all the buffs and stuff, I pretty comfortably, because there were a lot of mistakes, honestly, and I was using the Wild Wrath version of the build, I pretty comfortably got the mid 3Ks as well. Let's go ahead and just take Wild Wrath off, put Dusk Till Dawn back on, and yeah, pretty happy with that. But let me know in the comment section what you guys would do with the build, that is. Okay, I guess we might as well try the build in a little bit of PvP, right? I mean, I've got 5 pieces here. Let's put them on. And I've got 2 PvP rings. Let's put those on. That puts me at, God, it's still so bad. In fact, I have this trinket as well, actually. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. It's still really bad. 258 PvP power, way behind. But a hell of a lot better, okay? And I will say that. Okay, apparently they have Twin Peaks, which is a Cataclysm. BG's, I'll take it. Let's go ahead and try a Twin Peaks. I actually messed up. I bought the wrong piece of gear and couldn't refund it. So, yeah, don't make fun of me. Okay, so we don't have the legs, right? But it's fine. 4-piece. Oh, God, that sucks. 5 pieces, whatever. No, it's the 4-piece. So we have 23 SP and 20 extra resilience, which is not too bad. I've also went ahead and enchanted everything the way I'm supposed to, so we'll see how we do. One enchant that's notable that you guys reminded me of is the Balance of Power one, which I thought gave 1% hit, but apparently it gives 2 with 1 enchant slot, which is stupid good. It cost me a lot. It was not on the auction house. People are gatekeeping this one. It was 50 gold. As a result of that, I just had an idea. Maybe I should just put it on a bunch of stuff and put it on the auction house and try to sell it. Yeah, I can actually put that Balance of Power enchant on like all 11 of these trinkets. I'll put it on the auction house for exactly what I bought it for, and we'll see if we can actually sell it. It's a really good one. Any caster, right, would want 2% free hit on 1 piece of gear, and it's only costing me 6 actually. Wow, when you can find a rare that you can sell, this is potentially massive profit. Okay, so look, Balance of Power. Are you joking? They just put that up too. Right after I buy it. Right after I buy it, guys. For 50 gold each. Should I big brain this? I mean, realistically, if I buy these and try to and then try to control the market, I'm going to put this video out in like 5 or 6 hours, right? So you're all going to see it, and then you're all just not going to buy it, right? So I still make a crap ton of money. It's only 6 of my little mystic orbs to put this on a trinket. If I sold them all 20G each, That's 220 gold for nothing, for legitimately nothing. I have 11, we'll sell per item, put it in for 20 gold with a bid price of, you know, just the $19.99.99, you know what I mean? Same thing. All right, there we go. I know some people are so mad. Why is it not for 24 gold? Why not 23? Listen, I don't care. It's not that deep. I'm trying to just move it. I just want to move the product because you have to get it as well. That like I told you all what I'm doing. So every single person that has that enchant that's watching right now can just go undercut me for 1 gold right now. So I need to price it super cheap to, number 1, disincentivize people trying to undercut me, and number 2, sell it before you all notice it and begin to try to undercut me. It's obvious. Anyway, I'm still waiting for this Twin Peaks queue, so I guess I'll see you guys when we get there. Okay, got in, insta-won real quick, capped the last 2 flags, and that was that. I wish I could say there was more good here, but I'm gonna go do some arena, do some 1v1 daily stuff, and we'll do some actual PvP in this video as a treat. Then we'll do the giveaway, and then we'll end the video, guys, so I hope you enjoy the PvP. Oh my god, guys, I'm so glad that I won that. At the very end, I thought, let me just Wrathcast. I mean, clearly this guy has a little bit more gear than me, because his Wrath was hitting far harder than my Wrath could hit, just plain and simple. And he is somebody that just looks like they began trying to play some PvP, right? Actually reset MMR, or maybe fresh, and, you know, didn't actually get into it till they had something to get into it with gear-wise, and now they're getting, you know, they're starting. And so I feel bad in that regard. Actually did more damage than me at the end. Interestingly enough, I did exactly the amount of damage I needed to do, and I healed through some of his. Interestingly enough, he didn't heal very much through mine. I outplayed him there with the pillar because we're playing the same build, but more importantly, I had the Purify, and I knew to use it. The Purify removes diseases, and I completely hard countered that guy. But yeah, that was the mirror match. right, so I have been preparing myself for this during the last 6 or so matches because I know that no matter what I say, it's going to sound like BS. I went 9-1. This is my first time having gear and putting any effort into it at all, right? The one loss I didn't record. Honestly, I recorded my first 2 wins and I thought, let me stop here, chunk it up a bit, start a fresh recording. Except I didn't think about that until after the match, because the loss is what made me think, okay, let me look and see, at my recording, and it wasn't recording. Then I began. It just so happens that that was the one. And I know this is going to sound, this is the part. The first part, you guys are like, all right, I might not make videos, but I have common sense. I can understand how that could work. But this is the part where you're going to call me out. I swear to God, he had more gear than me. 8,000 health, in fact, was a great indicator of it, because he's not a tank build, he's not stacking stam. And he was the only person I fought with a noticeable gear difference. Everybody else, if they had like 7,100 health, I consider that relatively the same as me at this point, 69. I mean, health is a great indicator because PvP gear has a lot of stamina. It's very simple. Okay, so what is my takeaway personally? My takeaway is the only person I lost to outgeared me. You have to just understand where I'm coming from, guys. That's all I'm going to say about it now, okay? But I am happy with that score nonetheless. So let's go ahead and turn this quest in. That's my 1v1 daily. I'm a little sad the Twin Peaks didn't actually pan out right. I'm sure I showed it to you guys, but at the end of the day, it was a super quick, small game, super quick win, right? And I just carried the flag twice with no opposition and auto won, so, it is what it is. But I'll take it. That was a free daily as well. And so, let's see. That is, okay. I already spent the first marks, I guess. So we have 1,300 marks. Can I even get Hand of Fate XLIV? I think that's 44. Jesus Christ. Yeah, can't even afford it. Oh, I can. Yay, thank God. Barely. 1325 is what I'm at right now. One thing I noticed in those PvP matches is that I could use one more thing of CC. It's also important to keep in mind that I'm using a build that's made for PvE. I even ended up taking 2 points in Balance of Power just to get another 2% hit. So I have a lot of hit with this one. And it's just a lot of weird stuff. Like, I don't think in PvP I care about Pandemic, right? Like, I'm not really getting massive crits off. And most of my damage... well, I mean, maybe I do. I mean, look, this is a good indicator of what my damage is like in PvP. It really is Corruption and Insect Swarm. And I think that's interesting. So those are my 2 strongest dots. You'll notice most of my wins, actually all of my fights that were wins, were me kiting with dots on my target. So you really have to let those dots roll and play in a way that I typically don't like to be played against. Like, does that make sense? Like, I hate when people play the way I've been playing. Ooh, Unstable Affliction could be good. But the fact of the matter is, some builds require you to play a certain way, right? Like, I auto lose everything if I don't play this way, so, I have to. I don't think I go for the Unstable Affliction. I know we just saw a better build that was using the Warlock dots, but I think we just have to commit to what we've got and see exactly how far we can take it. I don't think that's the thing that I grab. I don't think that's the hill I die on. Yeah, I don't want any of this either. Lesser Healing Wave, maybe? No, not for that. Okay, we didn't get any massive rolls today, I'd say, but that's fine. Because we got massive amounts of loot. Interestingly enough, still at 67 item level, even with my PvE gear on. In fact, let me put that back on. Really enjoying my PvE set right now. And by the way, in my PvP matches, I took off one of my PvP rings and I got my 3-piece. So I don't know if that ever made a big difference or not, but I think it might have. That's extra spell power, and I did get quite a lot of Nightfall procs. I loved that. We have the Insect Swarm, the Corruption, the Shadow Bolt, the Nightfall for the Shadow Bolt. Maybe we grab the Backlash so that we can get even more Shadow Bolts off. Looks like we can't get as many Wraths off, right? So maybe my PvP spec has free talents, like, left open. Like, maybe I just don't need Vengeance, right? And so, honestly, if, you have to think about it, like, how good is this particular spec if you can't free cast Wrath? Well, it looks like it's still good, because Insect Swarm in and of itself is giving all of my dots 6% more shadow damage and just doing good damage. So you don't really need the Wrath as bad in PvP, because it's just not the point of the build. So I could see myself just foregoing Wrath of Cenarius and Vengeance, keeping Wrath though, so we can get off the special proc, Wrath of Plague and stuff like that when we do cast. Just it'll be good damage, and it will give me 10% more magic damage. But I'll have 8 extra talent points to play with if I do that, and I think that can make for a really good PvP build. But we'll have to try more and prepare for the next video. And I'm sure that made sense to you guys there as a transition to the end. So what I want to go ahead and do first, though, is the giveaway. Now, if you want to win one of the chests that I gave out way back at the beginning of the season when I was giving them out like crazy, which is something I think I'm just going to start doing for all the seasons now, right? Because it's just fun. So I have one left, and if you want to win one of those for like a Book of Ascension and stuff, all you need to do is leave a comment in the comment section below. And in your comment, if you want to win, you have to tell me which version of this build do you think is better. Do you think it's that Warlock build, like the one we saw 9k DPS nearly from that one guy at Kazakh, I think it was? Or do you think the Shadow Priest build has potential to be even better? I'm going to generalize it like that. Warlock or Shadow Priest? That's all you have to say. Let me know. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and a subscribe. I really enjoyed this, and I'm really enjoying the character. Look at us. Did you think that this is what we would end up looking like when we first started this character? Because if I'm honest with you guys, I didn't. I'm really happy. Look at the book, dude. Look at that Book of the Dead. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed, like I said, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Mcdoubles out.